Football is back, baby. We are so back. Week 1, man. We have a national televised game, by the way, between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Jersey Jets, man. Whew. Justin Fields, Aaron Rodgers, both on their new teams, man. And they've already said last year, Justin Fields with the Steelers, that wasn't really his team. Okay. They weren't looking at him as the starter, and that's completely true. All right. How do we know that? Because after 6 weeks, after going 4-2 with the Steelers, they decided to bench him. So that was never Justin Fields' team. Now he has a team, which is his team in the New York Jets, man. So we'll see how he does, man. I'm excited to see both sides, how Aaron Rodgers does with the Steelers and how Justin Fields does with the Jets, man. I'm actually rooting for Justin Fields other than this game. All right. If it has nothing to do with the Steelers, if they're not playing the Steelers, I'll go ahead and I'll root for Justin Fields over there with the Jets. Because Pittsburgh didn't give him a fair shake, man. They really didn't. But kickoff is awaiting, man. Here we go. I don't know how to feel about this season so far. I don't. All right. I just had to let it play out. Wonder how many Steeler fans are over there. It is New York or New Jersey. But man. I think the Steelers should be able to pull this one off. Not expecting a lot of offense. Key players on both sides for the Jets are Garrett Wilson offensively. You got Breece Hall as the running back as well. Then you have on their defense Sauce Gardner. You know, their defense is probably better than their offense as far as what we know. And then Steelers, playmakers on defense. Offensively, they got DK Metcalf in the offseason. Not sure what else the Steelers have offensively. They have Jaylen Warren. They even extended him this week. Not sure how he's going to be as the one, though. So that's going to be interesting as well. Wonder what the offense is going to try to do when they first hit the field. I like to just see a run play for Aaron Rodgers' first snap. You know, I wouldn't do anything too crazy unless they want to take a shot. But I wouldn't do anything too crazy if I'm the Steelers offensively for like the first play or so. Just depends. Let's see what else is on the early slate. This is probably one of the more intriguing matchups for the early slate. Let's see. If I know correctly, there's only 2 late games that start at 1 this Sunday. If I read that right. Oh, no, there's 4. I was tripping. I don't know what I was reading the other day. I only saw 2 the other day. All right, so for the late slate, it's the Niners and Seahawks, Titans and Broncos, and then you have 2 good matches between the Lions and Packers and Texans and Rams. So those 125 games are going to be bangers, man. Let's get it going, man. Enough of this delay. It's 10:02 already. Come on, people. New York is a place I would want to go to, although I heard that stadium in New Jersey isn't all that. Okay. I've never been there, so I can't speak for it. But from the sounds of it, MetLife Stadium isn't that good of a stadium. It was built in, 2010? All right, Chris Boswell is going to be kicking it off, which means the Jets get the ball first and Justin Fields will get the ball first. Chris Boswell, Steelers MVP of last season, starts it off with the kickoff, and it's going to be returnable in the landing zone. He's going to take it to the 20, past the 25, past the 30, and able to get tackled at around the 34. All right, and that's where the Jersey Jets are going to take their first possession. By the way, CBS has a new scorebook. I noticed that right away. They have a new scorebook. Justin Fields, 6 starts last season with the Steelers, going 4-2. You know, some of those games, yeah, he struggled a little bit, but I do think he found his groove towards the end of those 6 starts. All right, they got Brees Hall in the backfield. The handoff play to Hall. Hall able to break tackles, get the first down past the 50 already, man. That's a good start for the Jets. All right, let's update this. Let's see if it's on now that it started. Okay. I'm trying to update the scoreboard, but whatever. All right. Not a good sign so far. Brees Hall is a very underrated running back over there. Now Justin Fields is shotgun. Man in motion. He moves to the right. They give it back to Hall. Hall tries to get to the outside, and he's able to get to the 40, about 2 yards short of the first. It's going to be second and short for Jersey. All right, man, that rush defense. All right. Last year in the AFC wildcard round, that rush defense gave up almost 300 yards. Almost 300 yards to the Baltimore Ravens. Second and 3 from the 40. Another give to the running back, and he's short for about 2 yards. Give us to Allen. This is how I expect the Jets offense to be running. I expect them to be a run-heavy offense, whether it be with the running backs or with Justin Fields. So I'm not too surprised with their offensive scheme right now. And so far it's worked. 3rd and 1 from the 39 on the Steelers side of the field. And it's a quarterback sneak, and Justin Fields able to get like 5 yards off of that quarterback sneak. Wow, man. Fields rocking the number 7. And I got to say this, man. I do like the Jets jerseys. Wow, on a quarterback sneak, they got that much yards? Wow. All right, Brees Hall back in the backfield. All run plays so far in this drive. Steelers show 5 at the line. They bring 4. Fields gets it for his first completion of the game. Was he able to hang on to it? Yes, and that's to Garrett Wilson for an 8-yard gain. That was their first pass. And that's one of their star players over there in Jersey. Zone coverage for the Steelers. Nobody was really on him. Deshaun Elliott with his first tackle of the season. Shotgun formation once again for the Jets. It's another handoff play to Hall, and that's an easy first down for New York. Wow, this team is just moving right down the field in this first drive. And that Steelers rush defense struggling so far. I don't like this, man. I do not like this. This give me flashbacks from that game in January. All right. Wasn't very fun to watch that game either. 1st and 10, once again, in the red zone is the Jersey Jets. Handoff play once again. This time he's limited to about a 2-yard gain, if that. TJ Watt in the mix, making his first presence known in this 2025 season. All right, good play. Highsmith and TJ. All right, let's go. Let's get something over here. Let's hold them to 3. Hold them to 3. It's been a really good drive for New Jersey so far. Garrett Wilson moves to the left side. Fields in shotgun. Fields. Another handoff. Trying to get to the outside. He could not. TJ Watt once again with the good stop. All right. There we go. There we go. We're getting somewhere here. Steelers defense just needed to wake up. All right, now they're going to have to throw the ball here. So let's see what they do. 3rd and 11. Justin Fields looked like he was switching up the play. Steelers bring 4. They run the ball on 3rd and 11, and they're way short of the first down. They were able to get some, but well short of the first. So the Jets, they're trying to impose their will in that first half, in that first drive, and they did a really good job. I don't like that 3rd down call, but I guess they're just trying to make it a shorter field goal for Nick Folk. Oh, he had a really good season last year in Tennessee. Dang. 21 for 22. 36-yarder. He's got the perfect angle at it. Kicks up. And it is good. So the Jets take the lead 3-0 on their first drive. And here comes Aaron Rodgers. You know, that sucks for the Jets, man. They really were having a good drive. And it just kind of stalled out. All right. At least they were able to hold them to 3. That's good. What do you guys expect to see from Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. I don't know what to expect. If I'm the Jets, I'm blitzing. I'm testing that offensive line because we have zero idea how good the Steelers' O-line could be. So if I'm the Jets, I am blitzing until it hurts. Until it hurts me. That's what I'm doing if I'm Jersey. That's what I expect them to do. They gave up a lot of rushing yards. That's something I will say. And I didn't pay attention. Was Cam Hayward on that drive? I don't think I saw him. If I'm mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. I don't think I saw him in that drive. He finally came to agreement yesterday. Late yesterday, by the way. That's a day before your opening game. You finally come to terms with Cam Hayward. That's crazy. But we're here, man. Opening week. I wanted to do the Cowboys game on Thursday night, but man, I was like still coughing a lot. I was sick for majority of the week last week, man. And I don't know. I don't know what the heck it was. Which, how do I get sick in a heat wave? I don't know. They're showing Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers in Jets uniforms. Let's see. Davante Adams now with the Rams. Aaron Rodgers now with Pittsburgh. By the way, how do you guys like this new kickoff rule? I don't really like it. They switched up a little bit more, which I don't know why they're going to keep doing that with kickoffs. And that's just not something I would continue to do. I had no problem with the old kickoff rule. He takes it from the 1, past the 20, stumbles a little bit on his own, and he gets it to about the 28, 29-yard line. Wow, there was something with the turf right there. And here comes Aaron Rodgers. Let's see what he could do, man. You got terrible towels over there. Quite a few, actually. I see more now than I did before the game started. DK Metcalf also in there. Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson. Let's see what this offense brings. They fake the handoff. Rodgers gets sacked on the first play. And what did I tell you? If I'm the Jets, I'm blitzing. That is exactly what I'm doing. And it worked right there. First play. Oh, come on, Broderick. There you go. Keep doing it if you're the Jets. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. There's no reason why not to do that. Rodgers in shotgun. Hands it off. And he gets it to about the 30. Solid gain on second down. Although it's still going to be third and long after that 4-yard loss on first. It is Arthur Smith's second season as the OC. Let's see how he does, man. A lot of people don't like him. You know, with the Steelers, we always have a problem with our offensive coordinator. 3rd and 10. Yeah, one-on-one at the top of the screen. Play clock running down. They got to stop the ball. They get it off in time, and he gets it to Pat Freiermuth for the first down. All right. There we go. Move those chains. Steelers going no huddle. That's his first completion as a Steeler to Pat Freiermuth. And that's something we should expect to see. Aaron Rodgers does like to utilize his tight ends. Jalen Warren in the backfield. Man, in motion, they give it to Warren. Warren has no room to run. He's able to get past a little bit, but still behind the line. Lost about a half a yard or so. This is, I'm telling you, man, not sure how it's going to work with this running back core. Not sure. I don't know how they're going to do it. But man, I mean, they expect a lot from Warren. That's for sure. Especially after re-signing him. But he hasn't gotten those reps as a RB1. Rodgers drops back. Has time, throws it, cross route to Metcalf, and he drops it. Oh, man. I think he was too focused on run after the catch than the actual catch right there. Yep, he had his head focused somewhere else. Damn. That brings up another 3rd and 10. A lot of the crowd on their feet, man. We got a live crowd over there, man. 3 receiver set. Jets bring some pressure. Rodgers able to get it off in time to Metcalf, and he's able to make a move and get the first down and more past the 40. And that's another Steelers first down, baby. Let's go. DK's first reception as a Steeler. And a stutter step for Metcalf. All right. As long as they could protect them, maybe this offense could be something. As long as they could protect them. First and 10, play action, pressure comes, screen pass, and he gets it to the 31. Goes to Smith right there. He's going to bring a 2nd and medium. Man, this offense is very different than what it was. Significantly. I mean, you have changes on defense, but offensively is where you made the most switch ups. Or adjustments, I guess, too. 2nd and 4. Warren back in there. They give it to Warren. Warren able to break tackles and get the first down. Oh, that wasn't Warren. Shoot. That was a nice little play. Three rushes, 5 passes so far in this drive. Steelers on the Jet side of the field at the 25. Rodgers calling for an audible. 2 receiver set. Another run play. Stumbles a little bit and able to get about 3. All right. And they've really used Gainwell a lot in this drive. So that's what I'm saying. Warren is the one, but I feel like they're going to be flip-flopping a lot with their running backs until they find a true running back one, at least for now. Play action. He rolls right, throws it wide open, complete for a touchdown. Is that Skoranek? That's the first touchdown for the Steelers. Ben Skoranek for 6. All right. We're on the board, baby. Oh, yeah, there's some terrible towels out there. There's some terrible towels over there. Who had that in their bingo card? Ben Skoranek. Skoranek for the Steelers' first touchdown. First off, who had in their bingo card that the Steelers were going to score a touchdown on their first drive? I didn't. All right. Chris Boswell with the extra point. Step good. Kick is right down the pipe. It is 7-3 Pittsburgh with 3:38 left in the first quarter. All right, that was a good drive, man. Good drive. We got points. We got points. Yeah, the drive looked like it was going to start a 3 and out. From the start of the drive, it looked like they're going to go 3 and out, but they're able to turn it around. I'm telling you, maybe we get more points than I thought we would. Okay, I'm not expecting a lot of points this game. But maybe I was wrong. Both offensive drives so far have been really good for both sides. The Jets just kind of stalled out. I just seemed like they didn't know what to do after they got past their side of the field. They were running a lot, but I mean, you gotta pass, man. Especially on 3rd and long, you gotta pass the ball. I just kind of feel like they were playing safe right there. And maybe it might cost them at the end of the game. Steelers rush defense needs to be on their A game the majority of the day. That's for sure. So what's going on around the rest of the NFL over here? Oh, yeah, press the wrong app. How do you guys feel about Sunday Night Football tonight? It's Bills versus Ravens. You know, as much as I like good matchups in week 1, I would really like it for them to save some of those 5-star matches for later in the season so that they could mean something a little bit more. You know, I'm not against 5-star matches, 5-star games in week 1. Okay, but Bills and Ravens you could have saved for late November, early December. We got the kickoff. He's able to break tackles. Oh, that's a good return. Stumbles, and he's down at the 45. Nah, he was down by contact. Yeah, that was a good return by Gibson. He was tripped up by Skoranek. Oh, no. It just kind of fell on his own. Did anybody touch him? I don't know. Did anybody even touch him? That was a fumble. Okay, no, that was a fumble, but the Jets were able to recover it. It looked like someone touched him for sure, but nope. Justin Fields in shotgun. Fakes the handoff, rolls left, able to spin out of the pressure from Highsmith, and he's able to get about 2 yards on the play. That was a pretty exciting play for just 2 yards. I'll say that. That was a good move by Fields. Second and 8. Now under 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Jets near midfield. Another play action give to Garrett Wilson, and that's a first down. It was very close, but they'll give him the first down. I was stumbling over my words right there. All right, they've looked to pass the first 2 plays, which I think they only had 2 passing plays the whole first drive. Fields hands it off to Hall. He tries to break to the outside and able to break a tackle. Still on his feet, stiff arm. And that's a gain of 3. He had to work for every single one of those yards that he got. The protection wasn't there. Deshaun Elliott with like a shoestring tackle. Just with 45 rushing yards. Fields drops back, throw to Hall, and Hall is able to get about 5. Good tackle by Patrick Queen, able to wrap him up as soon as he got the ball. And Patrick Queen is somebody who we're expecting to take, have a better season than he had last season. Third and short. Fields in shotgun. Hands it off to Hall, and he's able to get the first. But yeah, Patrick Queen last year didn't have the year we all expected him to have. All right, people were even saying that they should cut him, trade him, what have you. I say give him one more shot, okay? Hey, man, down seasons happen sometimes, all right? I'll give Patrick Queen benefit of the doubt. Jets 14 plays in this game, 11 rushing, 3 passing. Fields drops back, has time, throws it deep down the field to Garrett Wilson. He catches it, and it's a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, and that's the Jets' first touchdown of the season. That was a good throw and catch. Damn. It's just that zone defense. All right. Defense looking a little shaky so far. It's the defense that's looking shaky. Extra point for Nick Folk. Snap looks good. Kick is no good. No good. Wide left. There's a flag, though. There's a flag. Let's see what this is on. But as it stands right now, that extra point was missed. Illegal formation on the Steelers. See, you can't do that, man. Especially when they miss the kick. Okay? Because they didn't even get to the kick or anything. So now they're going to go for 2 with that short 2-point conversion. Which is, it's textbook, man. You don't need the points right now, clearly, because you're up by 2. But it's just textbook to go for 2 when you have a short 2-point try. So this illegal formation could really come back to bite the Steelers. And I do see Cam Hayward now on the field. Fields hands it off, and he is stuffed. Was he able to get it on the second effort? Second, third, fourth, fifth effort? Doesn't look like it. All right. They're able to get the goal line stop there on the 2-point conversion. All right, so the Steelers defense, when it's close to the end zone, they showed up in this game. Okay, but other than that, it's been a rough going. All right, we got ourselves a ball game. Not exactly what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a real rough game as far as scoring. I guess it still can be. I got Washington up 7-0 against the Giants. You got the Battle of Ohio, the Ohio Bowl. You got the Bengals versus the Browns. Bengals up 7-0 in that one. Bengals, man, they are notorious for starting slow. They are slow starters in the season, and it's come back to bite them. It really came back to bite them last season. All right, their defense and the fact that they start off slow is the Bengals' problems. Okay, and that's why they probably wouldn't make it to the Super Bowl, because they start off slow and their defense. Offensively, you could even say that they're the most elite offense in the league. I wouldn't even look at you crazy for saying that. That the Bengals have the best offense in the league. But they have to start strong. They do. Because if they don't, it could end up like last season and bite them once again. Raiders up 7-0 in Foxborough. Although New England did get a nice little play right there. Let's see, man. Could Ben Skoranek make it 2 touchdowns in this game? Man, I tell you, that was not who I was expecting to get the first touchdown for the Steelers this season. I was thinking maybe Warren, because they'd be like in a goal line situation. Or Boswell throws they fake a field goal and Boswell throws a touchdown. I don't know. Our kickoff return from the 5. So able to turn it up, and he fumbles the ball, but it's able to get recovered by the Steelers. I believe the Jets saying that they have it, but it was recovered by the Steelers. Johnson was on the return and he fumbled. Damn. Okay. Still Steeler football, though, from the 29. That was a good tackle. That was just a good play by ball. We got Rodgers in shotgun, Warren to his left. Austin in motion. Returns back to his spot on the right side. Fakes the handoff, throws it complete to Metcalf. Metcalf is turning it up the field. Metcalf's turning up the Jets. And he's able to get it on the other side of the field. Big play by DK Metcalf on a screen. And he has that acceleration skill, man. He's one of the quickest wide receivers out there. That's one thing I will say, okay? The Steelers did have that sort of receiver last season with George Pickens. They have that again with DK Metcalf. All right, that's something I will say. How about this offense, man? It feels like we have an offense. It feels great. It feels great. Okay, here we go. So I try to put it on multi-view. I don't want to do it on this game because then it's going to get like caught behind a lot. So that's why I'm not doing it on the TV. Okay, we still got 7-0 over there in Washington. The Falcons are actually beating the Buccaneers 7-0 in Atlanta. Divisional matchup over there for the NFC South, who really favors any other team other than the Buccaneers in the South? I don't know. The Falcons do have promise, but there's a lot that needs to go their way for them, man. I do think Penix can be the guy. I really do, but there's just other factors. By the way, they still have Kirk Cousins over there in Atlanta as a backup. Is he the best backup in the league? He has to be. Yeah, I got to give the best backup to Kirk O'Chains. I don't know who else it would be. Damn, Colts already have a 10-0 lead against Miami. And like I said before, I'm not expecting much from Miami. I don't think the Dolphins are going to be very good. Their best football is behind them. It's going to be rough. I think they're going to wind up trading Tyreek Hill at some point because I don't think it's going to be a very great year over there in Miami. I just don't see it. Hey, both teams are going at it offensively. 102 total yards for the Steelers, 103 total for the Jets. 5 first downs for the Steelers, 6 first downs for the Jets. 7-9, second quarter. First play of the second quarter. Play action. Throws it out of bounds. There's a lot of pressure going over there. He wasn't able to find anybody in time. Are they going to try to look for intentional grounding? Okay. Rodgers was trying to talk to the refs over there. Yeah, there was just nobody open. Just nobody. Oh, he was trying to get a roughing the passer call. Okay. I didn't think he was roughing the passer. 2nd and 10 from the 41. Handoff play. Breaks to the outside, and he's short of the line of scrimmage by about a yard. Good play for Carter. All right, there it is. Daniel Jones, starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. What does that mean for Anthony Richards, man. I think they have to trade him, right? He's what, 23, 24 in his third season? You got to trade him. 30-11. Screen pass. And he is well short of the first. Maybe they're just trying to get it so they could maybe get into field goal range. That's my only guess. However, it's going to be a long field goal still. Let's see if they try it. I think they're in Boswell-ish range. Yep, they're going to try it. Okay, I don't hate that play call. You are playing it safe, but you want to try to at least get the lead. Long field goal attempt for Boswell, and it is good. It is good. Boswell was able to bring the Steelers back to a leading score. That was a far field goal, man. Who are the best kickers in the league, man? Boswell definitely has to be up there. I know at some point it was Justin Tucker. Tucker's not around anymore. Has Boswell claimed that number one spot for the kicker's position? I'm trying to think of other kickers, man. Damn. Stuff, I don't know. You guys can let me know. I can't think of any other kicker right now. I'll think of one. But Boswell definitely has to be up there, at least top 5. There's no way he's not top 5. I'd even say top 3 for sure. That's Mr. Reliable right there. All right, let's see what's up for other games. In other news, let's take it to the MLB, okay? I'm a Dodger fan. I watched the Dodger game last night. That was a brutal loss for the Dodgers. They had a no-hitter going into the ninth, the bottom of the ninth. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was able to get 2 outs in that ninth inning. Okay. The Dodgers were up 3-0 with 2 outs left in the ninth. Yamamoto finally gave up a hit. That hit was a home run. Dodgers did not get an out after that. I don't know how the Dodgers lost that game, man. That was just a terrible loss for the Dodgers last night. Terrible. They've been playing just bad baseball. I don't know. I don't see that team going back to the World Series. They're just not playing good. They're not playing good baseball at all. I just had to bring that up. I had to bring that up. That loss was so bad. Trinan wasn't looking great. And then Scott blows another game. I mean, shoot. Kickoff is able to receive it at about the 7. And another good return, man. Able to get it past the 30. They're showing the breakdowns on how Justin Fields got to Pittsburgh. Or, I'm sorry, how Aaron Rodgers got to Pittsburgh and how Justin Fields got to Jersey. How about that? Justin Fields, perfect so far. 4 for 4 for 54 yards. And in motion, fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself, and he gets a medium gain. Probably about 6. Is this thing updating? Okay, yeah, it is. I was just making sure. So it's going to be 2nd and 4. Our Battle of Ohio, 7-7. Fields has time. Throws it tipped by TJ Watt. He was looking for his running back, Breece Hall. But TJ Watt was able to get in the mix for the stop. Just put that hand up. How about that matchup? Carolina versus Jacksonville. Anybody watching Carolina versus Jacksonville? That is something, guys. Carolina versus Jacksonville. 3rd and 4. Fields drops back. Looking. Throws it middle of the field, and he's able to catch it. Wow. That was good protection, but he was able to throw that pass well. Just perfect timing. Quinn was right there. He even put his hand up. And yeah, he was able to get possession. He didn't have possession, but once he got to the ground, he was able to wrap it up. That was a good throw. Fields drops back, has pressure, throws it out to Hall. Hall's turned up the Jets, gets the first down, past the 30, down at the 25. Big play on a screen pass once again. That's not the first time we've said that today. Damn, this defense, man. The Steelers defense hasn't had a successful stop. So far, Jets 2 drives, 2 scores. Hands it off once again to Hall for a limited gain. Jets offense is looking good. Both offenses are looking good. We've had points in every single drive so far in this game. Is it because the Cameron Hayward situation? Okay. I'm not sure if he's going to be playing a lot. Fields gets it to the outside for another first down. My goodness. Yeah, this is exactly how I would think the Jets offense would play. Option runs and just running the ball a lot. That is exactly what I would expect from this Jets offense. And they're doing it well. 1st and goal for the Jets from the 9. Fields hands it off, and he's able to get it to the end zone for the touchdown. Yep, he got across. Touchdown jersey. Allen with the 9-yard rush. Wow, this defense is struggling. Who would have thought it would have been the defense that was struggling? Not in my bingo card. Oh, that Jets offensive line was just able to push and push and push. Yeah, he was able to get across. Barely. That was actually a closer play than I thought it was. But he was able to. Jets not going for 2. They're electing to go for 1 here on this extra point. I would probably go for 2 just to make it a 7-point game. But oh well. Nick Folk actually missed his first attempt, although it didn't count. Kick by Folk is up, and this time it is right down the middle. Jets have a 16-10 lead. 10:03 left in the second quarter, and the Jets have scored in every single drive that they have had. But so have the Steelers. Let's see. Let's see if Gramps could get us another touchdown over here, man. Wonder if that's what the players call him. And the players call him Gramps. The Steelers players call Aaron Rodgers Gramps. If you think about it, he's a lot older than some of those players. He's probably even old enough to be some of their dads or something, man. I don't know. Danny Dimes up 17-0 against the Dolphins. The punters have the day off. As far as the Steelers punter, so be it. So be it. I'd rather watch an exciting game. All right. As much as I like defensive games, high-scoring games are more exciting. I do respect defensive games. We've seen a lot of them as Steelers fans, but come on, high offense, high-scoring games, they're a lot more exciting. This is actually a really good game so far. I'm enjoying it. I just don't know what's going on with the defense, okay? I don't know. They've shown some flashes, but, man, they've really been struggling. Not as much as the Dolphins. Now, I didn't think they were going to struggle this much against the Colts. That is surprising me, man. I never expected Daniel Jones to be a starter for the Colts. I was just assuming that they're going to go back with Anthony, but dang. Okay, the Giants were able to get 3. How long do you guys give Russell Wilson to be the starting quarterback of the New York Football Giants? I'm not too sure. They have Jackson Dart. They're in that situation where the Steelers were in 3 years ago, where you have a quarterback in place as your one. However, you have a quarterback that you just drafted in the first round. Did they draft Jackson Dart in the first round? Let's kickoff is returnable. Johnson able to get it to the 28. Yeah, man, the Giants are in an interesting position. And Jackson Dart is their 2. He was able to beat Winston for the 2 spot. So you already know, man, if Russ is in a tough spot, because if he doesn't perform, if the team isn't performing, they're going to be calling for Jackson Dart. So he's in shotgun. Skoranek in motion. It's a give to Warren. Outside run. He's able to spin for a gain of 2. Carter II on the tackle. Got to see more from this run game so far. Got to see more. It's kind of hard to tell. There does seem to be a lot of Steelers fans there, but I don't know. The colors and stuff is kind of hard to tell. It looks very mixed over there in Jersey. Gainwell now in the game. Rodgers drops back, has pressure, flips it to Gainwell. Gainwell stiff arm for a decent gain. Now it's going to be 3rd and short for Pittsburgh. Damn, look at all those new Steeler players, dude. Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, Darius Slay, and Pete. 3rd and 4. Metcalf moves to the right. Calvin Austin, only receiver on the left side. Looks like they're doing one-on-one up there. Rodgers has time. Now he gets sacked. He held on to the ball. Damn. And now it's going to bring the first punt of the game, unless they fake it. Unless they fake it. Damn it. Yeah, he could have attempted to throw it to Metcalf, but that would have been kind of forcing it. We got a booming punt. Fair catch called for and made at around the 25 by Davis. Or Gibson, my bad. Damn. Okay. Have our first punt. All right. Let's see what's going around in this multi-view. All right, we got the Raiders and Patriots tied 7-7. Same thing with the Ohio Bowl. 7-7 Browns punting it back to the Bengals over there in Cleveland. Which, for those of you who don't know, the Browns are actually in a market for a new stadium. And they're trying to get a stadium in a suburb of Cleveland. And it's going to be a dome stadium. Now, you know, in my opinion, there's some teams that should just play outdoors. Teams like the Steelers, teams like the Packers. I think the Browns are one of those teams that should play outdoors. I get Cleveland gets cold, but if we have too many dome stadiums, that takes away from the sport, man. It does. Because a lot of teams now who are getting new stadiums are trying to get indoor stadiums, which I'm all for indoor stadiums. Don't get me wrong. Like, it makes sense for the Vegas Raiders to have a dome stadium because of how hot it gets. All right. But, yeah, man, you can't have a dome for Cleveland, man. It just wouldn't look right. And there's reasons why, because they want to, have a Super Bowl there. The Super Bowl in Cleveland? I don't know. Super Bowl in Cleveland. Now, Nashville is doing a dome for the Titans. I could see a Super Bowl in Nashville for sure. All right? And I don't hate that the Titans are getting a dome stadium that much. But look, Buffalo's doing it right because they're doing it to where for the fans, it's like a warmer climate. I don't know exactly how they're able to do that, but it's a warmer climate for the fan experience, but it's still outdoors because it's Buffalo, man. You have fans throwing snowballs over there. Like, you can't get rid of that. All right, Fields in shotgun. So far, the Jets offense has been damn near perfect. Fields drops back. Pressure comes. He's able to get it off to Garrett Wilson in time for the first down. Get him about 11. That was Jordy Porter Jr. on the coverage that time. This Jets team, man, they have some promise. They really do. Fields handoff play for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. But if their offense could get it going like they are in this game, hey, they could be something. I'm not saying that they could win the division. Right? That's a tough division with Buffalo and, every other team is kind of on the rise over there for the AFC East. But Buffalo's still in there, which are amongst the Super Bowl favorites. 2nd and 7 for the Jets. Steelers show 5. They bring 6, and oh, ho, ho, ho. Watt was able to tackle Fields, but I do believe he handed the ball off. But they were still able to get him behind the line of scrimmage. It was a gift to Breece Hall. Oh, now LaShawn Elliott's struggling a little bit. Looks like he might have lost his wind. Hopefully this isn't something too serious, man, because Elliott's one of the best players on the Steelers defense. Damn. Ooh. That didn't look very good. That injury to Elliott didn't look very good. Well, hopefully everything's all right, man. 39 now. After that good play defensively, though. That was a good play. Fields drops back. Pressure once again from Watt. He's able to get past it. Throws it downfield. Complete for another first down for the Jets. Now it's Steeler territory. Fields looking good. That's one thing he's able to get away from that pressure. So he has that mobility. Wow. Play clock running down. They're going to need to snap a play in time. 0's on the play clock. And now the flag comes in. All right, that's going to bring him back 5 yards. And that was like a really bad delay of game. They just didn't look set at all. It looked like they were finally adjusted with like 2 seconds left on the play clock. Holland motion moves to the right. Fields, draw a play, and he slides on his own. For a decent gain, a pretty good gain for that play on 1st and 15. Now they're back at in a manageable spot here. Damn, Justin Fields is looking good, man. Oh, this doesn't look good so far on the Steelers, and Fields is looking good. Second and 9. Jets with a heavy pack. Handoff play. Hall. Inside handoff. Able to get the first. It's going to be very close. See where they put the marker. No, they're going to say short of the first down. It's going to be 30 inches. Ramsey chirping a little bit to Breece. This is the first time I mentioned Jalen Ramsey in this game. Steelers defense, very quiet, man. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith have made a few plays. Fields keeps it and it slips on his own. Oh, that was just not a good play for Fields. That was just so unfortunate. Ooh. Fields took a bump. He lost like 4 yards. Oh, they're going to go for it. Nah, they're not going to go for it. They have the offense out there on 4th and 5. They're not going to go for it. They're just not. Unless they're going to try to get him offsides. That's the only thing I can see, but they're not going to try to go for it. There's no way. Steelers defense calls timeout. Yeah, they're going to bring Nick Folk out there. All right. That makes more sense. You have a 6-point lead. There's no reason to go for it right now. It'd be different if you're down 6. Lions and Packer game on CBS, huh? Interesting. Because Fox usually has the NFC games, but CBS game of the week is Packers and Lions, huh? I'm sure they bid for that one. Nick Folk from 51 yards. We're just under 3 minutes left in this second quarter, in this first half. Folk's kick is just good. Wow. Barely made it in. But it doesn't matter because it's still 3 points and the Jets up 19-10. Wow, this defense, man. Not liking it. I'm sure CBS bid for that game. It's a big game. Damn, dude. We're going to go back to the Killer Bees era, man, where the Steelers' defense is not very great, but the offense is putting up 30-plus points. That's what it's looking like so far. Gosh, I'm telling you, the fact that Justin Fields is performing right now against the Steelers, it's not a good look. Not good at all. But you can't say anything bad about Rodgers right now. He's actually doing pretty solid. Steelers offense as a unit's doing pretty solid. Can't ask them to do much better. They just went 3-and-out last drive, but at this juncture of the game, they're doing well. They got a close game over there between the Commanders and Giants, 7-3. Commanders still have the lead on the Giants side of the field. J.D. Daniels able to throw it for a pretty solid gain, although it's going to be 3rd and about medium. Raiders and Patriots deadlocked at 7. Bengals able to put up more points over there in Cleveland. These games are huge for the Bengals. Really are. Because they will turn it up. All right. They have a really good team. I do expect them to turn it up at some point. You got to start off at least decent. You can't start off terrible if you're Cincinnati. It's happened too many times for the Bengals. $254 left in the second half or in the first half, and it's going to be a touchback. So if I'm not mistaken, the Steelers get it from the 35 since it was a touchback, right? Can the Steelers put up points before halftime? It doesn't really matter if it's 7-3. If they can put up points before the half, they're going to be in a good spot. Jets defense trying to rely on the momentum that they were able to strike last drive. Got Warren back there. From the 35, play action pass. Rodgers throws it to Metcalf. He kind of overthrew him, and he wasn't able to haul it in. Threw it too high. Rodgers now is shotgun. Warren at his right. Two receivers to the right. Rodgers drops back, throws it, complete for the first down. Calvin Austin gets past the 35 and out of bounds. Steelers moving, baby. Steelers moving. Calvin Austin's first reception of the game. Good throw. Good throw. Good throw. Steelers first play in Jets territory of the drive. Approaching the 2-minute warning. They won't have to run a play, though. Rodgers threw for 126 yards. Gives it to Warren. And he's able to get about 7 on the play. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 19-10, Jersey over Pittsburgh. Both offenses looking good. So far, it's looking like what defense is going to be able to turn it around. That's the team that's probably going to win this game. Whatever defense is going to be able to turn it around in the second half. Jeez, Joe Flacco doing this thing over there in Cleveland. Yeah, they'll be able to get. They should be able to get some points with where they're at this point. But let's just hope the defense doesn't give up any more points this half, because it can't. There's enough timeouts on both sides for them to score, for both sides. So if the Steelers can get some points, whether 7-3, cool. Just don't give up any more points defensively this half. Because Steelers do get the ball first after the half. So, you're down 6 or 2, good spot. That's where you want to be. Tell you, man, Jets and Patriots. I'm sorry, Raiders and Patriots, man. They're going at it. They're going at it. Going bar for bar over there. Joe Flacco looks like he's going to lead the Browns to a scoring drive before their half ends. All right, so far the biggest upset of the week is the Chargers beating the Chiefs. Can any team top that? Again, I'm not completely sure what all the matchups are for week 1, but can a team top that? It's going to be tough for any team to top that. I doubt it, unless the Bears beat the Vikings or something, but yeah, I don't think a team's going to top that upset, man. That's a big upset. All right, Arthur, what you got cooking? What you got cooking, man? Gainwell back in the game in the backfield. Gives it to Gainwell. And he kind of hit a mountain right there. He's able to get a yard, though. Roman Wilson and a Jets defender getting in a little scuffle. All right. So, 3rd and short. Jets decide not to call timeout. I think they're going to wait to see if they can get a stop here. But they did not call timeout. They still have all 3. Steelers are just going to let the clock run down, which makes sense. If you don't get this first. I'd assume they'd run the ball. They're in shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws it to Darnell Washington for the first down. Oh, no, that was... Hey, man, there's two faces on this team. I'm trying to get it right. All right. That was Smith. Now the Jets call a timeout after giving up a first down, which is interesting. And if I was the Jets, I'd just let it go down at this point. What if the Jets had him like a homecoming type of a deal for Rodgers for all the time he spent over there in New Jersey? Think they had him a little warm welcoming? Gosh, they were so high on the Jets when Aaron Rodgers went over there. They were saying Super Bowl. They were saying AFC East. Just by him going to the Jets. 1st and 10. They're flirting with the red zone here. And it's a gift to Gainwell. And he gains 1, if that. I believe the Jets took another timeout. I'll be honest, I don't get the point of what the Jets are doing right now. It would have made sense for them to take a timeout when it was that 3rd and 2 and try to get a stop because you had a lot more time to work with. But now you just had to burn all your timeouts with, I mean, you're going to get the ball with under a minute if everything goes great. The Steelers haven't taken a single timeout in this situation. Jets have flags over there. They're waving flags over there. That's actually pretty cool. I'd give Jets some points there. Try something different. I give them points. They got my respect there. 2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh from the 24. Fakes the gift. Throws it to Austin. Complete. Yep, he caught it for the first down inside the 5. Good catch, Cal. Now they're just going to let the clock run. Just let the clock run. Now you're thinking touchdown after that play. You got your timeouts. Run the ball on first down. You have 2 timeouts. And they do. They give it to Warren, and he's stuffed. Okay, that's cool. I didn't hate that play call one bit because, I mean, you're in that situation inside the 5. Give it to your back. You could still try to run the ball again and then go hurry up after that. It's going to be a little tough, though. Although you still do have a timeout. Yeah, you got to get in the end zone here. You got to get in the end zone here. Looks like they're going to have 2 tight ends in there on the second down. You know, I will give Jets credit, man. Those flags are cool, all right? Because opposing teams, when the Steelers come to town, they try to get their own towels. Jets got flags. Rodgers in shotgun. Smith in motion. They give it to Smith on a touch pass, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Great drive, man. Good drive. Jonnu Smith with his first touchdown as a Steeler on a little touch pass by Rodgers. Let's see, was he able to extend? Barely. Yep, he was able to hit the pylon. We're moving offensively, man. High scoring first half. High scoring game for halftime. Basel extra point to make it a 2-point game. It's up and good. So we have a 19-17 game with 32 seconds left in the first half. Good blocking all around on that play. On that touchdown play. Offense, there's not much more you can ask for this offense right now. Really. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Keep it one. All right, we're back. So this. All right, there you go. That's a little better, I guess. So this game, highly offensive so far. Completely different type of game that I expected. But who knows? Maybe it could end up like that Dallas and Philly game on Thursday night where it was high scoring for the first half and the second half, both defense were just able to lock in. Another good return past the 30 for the Jets, man. And they have solid field position once again. They're fighting for the ball a little bit. That was a little scuffle. I would say that they would just take knees, but I'd say take a shot. They still have one timeout. You could take one shot at least. Yeah, they're in too good a field position not to just take a shot. Fields drops back, scrambling, avoids the sack, gets it out. Was he able to get it to Wilson? Are they going to call that a catch? They're going to call that a catch. That was a gain of about 9 or 8 on the play. That's one heck of a catch. Who was able to make that? Oh, yeah. That's a catch. On his tippy toes. Who's lining up against Garrett Wilson? That's my question. 2nd and 2. Fields gets pressured again. Is able to avoid it once again. He had multiple people almost sack him. Then he's able to get it out incomplete. They just can't get to Fields. Oh, now there's some scuffling. On the sideline, Hayward out there with no helmet. Little pushing and shoving. I don't even think Hayward was even in the game. They call personal foul on the Jets on Simpson. So something definitely happened on that sideline. Ramsey hit stick Fields. Oh, Simpson headbutt Ramsey. He flopped, man. Okay, that's one thing about Ramsey, man. He tries to get in the opposing team's head all the time. All right, guy talks a lot, and he tries to get into your head. He was able to do that right there. That's why some people don't like Ramsey. But I don't think he really cares. All right, now you're in the situation. I think the Jets are just going to run out the clock. They had a legit shot at getting a field goal with the field position and just with what was going on in that drive. But that personal foul really took them back, really brought them back. They still do have the timeout, 9 seconds, 3rd and 17. They're in shotgun formation, however. Yep, run play. He's actually able to get a decent gain. You could take a timeout and try for a Hail Mary. No, they're not going to do it. They're going to go straight to the halftime. All right. And more scuffling between Ramsey and Wilson. All right. Some extracurricular activity going on over there. Ramsey's still talking. Damn. Still talking. They're still going back and forth. They still haven't even got into the locker room yet. All right, now I think things finally cooled down. That's Ramsey's game. That's what he's known for. Is he still that lockdown corner that he used to be back in his prime? I don't know, man. That's something that happened with my YouTube TV over here. I don't know. I don't think they should be doing too much talking. The defense was not good that first half. That one was close to drinking half a gallon. It's barely 11:30. See what we'll go this multi-view. All right, the Patriots have a slim lead over there in Foxborough, 10-7. Geno Smith, 2nd and 5, able to get a first down for Las Vegas over there. Got Washington up 14-3 near the end of the second half, trying to gain some more points before halftime. They are in field goal range. Daniels drops back, throws it out to Eckler. He's able to get the first down, and now they're inside the red zone. 28 seconds left. They call timeout. Let's take a look at the rest of the games we got going on in this week 1 of the NFL. Okay, Jaguars and Panthers, 5-star matchup, if you ask me, is on a delay. Let's check up and see what that delay is. They're on a delay. It's 10-3, Jacksonville. We know they have weird weather in Florida. I know that for sure. Let's see, delay. Not that I was in Florida for a long time, but okay, it just says inclement weather. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be. Cold blue weather delay. Gosh, it's like you're trying to look up the answer, but it's not giving you the exact answer. You know, it's giving you the term. But damn, that sucks over there. So that's 2 delays in 1 week for the NFL. Yeah. Well, we all know Florida. Strange weather. It would be all hot and muggy and still have a storm. Washington could really break this game open in the first half. Raiders trying to tie it up. They have time. Geno Smith able to get it complete to Jacoby Myers. Now they're gonna have to try to. Oh, they're gonna have to try to clock it. They didn't have any timeouts. They're able to clock it just in time. So now they're gonna be able to tie it with a long field goal try. Okay, see, like right there, they were just showing the highlights for the Jaguar game. It was sunny. It was sunny out there. So I don't know exactly what happened. Carlson with a long field goal try. Does that say 61 yards? Snap. Good. Kick is no good. No good. Damn. They tried it though. He had the juice for it. He just didn't have the angle. All right. Giants were able to stop the Commanders from getting a touchdown, but they do have a field goal try over there at FedEx Field. A lot of stuff going on with the Commanders, man. You got the potential logo change once again. And then you have the whole stadium issue. They're trying to get back to their original spot where they were, their old stadium. They're trying to build a new one on that exact same area. Washington needs a new stadium. That stadium looks terrible, man. I mean, man, that's got to be the worst stadium in the NFL. And a lot of people are saying that. FedEx Field, worst field in the NFL. They've had like plumbing issues, which sucks. Oh, no, they weren't able to get 3 at the half because of some penalty or personal foul or something. But yeah, that stadium, just wow. Part of me wants to go to that stadium because of how bad the reviews are. You know, it's just. And then you look at like the aerial view, the stadium looks like incomplete. They had to take away so many seats from that stadium that it looks incomplete. I think it was only built in the 90s too. It's not like that old. They do say NFL stadiums don't last as long as MLB stadiums. I don't know if it's because of the capacity or what. That's what they say, though. All right, since it's halftime, let's do some quick picks over here. If I could. My mouse would let me over here. Come on. All right, well, whatever. So for the afternoon game, I picked the Packers to actually beat the Lions. Not that it's a lock, it's definitely not a lock. Um, you know, it's a 50-50 game. I might even favor the Lions a little bit more, but I did pick Green Bay. Is it Lambeau? That's not really going to affect much since it's September. But, they have Micah Parsons that could elevate the defense. Not really sure what else to say, man. That's a 5-star matchup. That could have been Sunday Night Football as well. For Sunday Night Football, of course, I want the Bills to win against the Ravens. I give them a good shot. Okay, I forgot where it's at. Is it in? Let me look that up. I think it's in Buffalo. Yeah, it's in Buffalo. Yeah, give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. At Highmark Stadium, yeah. If it was in Baltimore, I'd give the Ravens more of a chance. I understand in September once again, but yeah, I still gotta go Buffalo. And I'm not saying that just because I want them to win. I do think they will pull that one off. Should be a good game. Definitely should be a good one. Other games, you got Santa Clara going up against the Seattle Seahawks. I got the Niners. Just not too sure about Seattle over there. They got Sam Darnold. Not sure how he's going to do. He was in a really good system last season with Carolina. I don't know how good the system is in Seattle. So, yeah. And not to mention, in those big games, they really struggled. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on for Seattle. I don't know how optimistic they are as far as the fans, as far as the 12th man. I'm not that optimistic. I think they finished maybe third, second in that division. It also depends on whether or not the Niners can stay healthy. That's a struggle for them. Already, and the season hasn't even started. The Niners just always struggle staying healthy. I don't know what it is with them. When the Niners are healthy, they are a very dangerous team. They just can't do it. The New Orleans Saints with debuting some new uniforms. They got black helmet, black pants with a gold jersey. It's actually not that bad of a look. It's actually a solid look. I like that. I don't think it's their best uniform combination. Just the Saints do have good uniforms, though. I don't know if it's necessarily the uniform or just the color. Maybe it's the color that carries the uniform. I don't know, but black and gold make for a good uniform. Or it's just a good combination of colors. Who do we expect to step up in the second half? Offensively and defense. Well, I guess everybody defensively needs to step up for the Steelers. But offensively, outside of that big play, DK Metcalf hasn't really made too many plays outside of that big play. Same thing with the running game. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy yet. Maybe Jalen Warren could break out a few good running plays. And my goodness, defensively, they just need everybody. Are you sure your favorite uniform's not the Steeler throwbacks? The Steeler throwbacks. Man, I really want to like those. I really do. I even tried to convince myself that those were good. I really did, guys. I tried, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. They did it wrong, man. If I was in charge, okay, since they're doing alternate slash throwback, I would have gone with the 70s away jersey. 70s away jersey with white pants and a gold helmet. That's what I would have done for the throwback slash alternate or whatever you want to call it. All whites with a gold helmet, man, that would have looked clean. I'm telling you. And I'm not talking white helmet either, because that's a trend now. A lot of teams are doing that. I'm not like that crazy about it, but that's just a new trend. I don't know. All right, approaching kickoff for the second half. Steelers getting the ball. Second half is on and going. As returned by Johnson, he's able to get to the outside, break to the outside, and get down at the 30. There's just so much more they could have done with those. Yes. And since they went that route with the throwbacks, they could have just brought back the Bumblebees, man. I actually like the Bumblebees. A lot of people hated the Bumblebees. That's actually one of my favorite jerseys. I can't tell you why. It just, to me, they look good. I don't know. Run play for Warren, and he gets about 9 on the play. Okay, there we go. There you go. That's probably the best rushing play so far for the Steelers. TJ Watt on the bicycle over there. 2nd and 1 for the Steelers. Jalen Warren, 5 rushes for 18 yards. They give it back to Warren. Not so much like this time. He's down right at the line of scrimmage. All right, still going to be 3rd and short. 3rd and 1 on this opening drive of the second half. Steelers in shotgun formation on 3rd and 1. I don't like when they do this. Play clock running down. Clock's at zeros. Is that a delay of game or did they burn a timeout? No, that's a delay of game. I mean, just a bad play call for one. And then you get a delay of game? Like, oh, come on, man. Oh, he tried calling timeout, but they didn't give it to him because the clock was already at 0. I mean, man, you could have drew up something better than that. I'm telling you. Now 3rd and 6. Rodgers in shotgun. Drops back. Pressure. Throws it to the ground. Intended receiver was Gainwell. And the Jets get a stop. Rodgers was hit on that play. Damn. Ooh. Hey, Rodgers took a big hit, man. I'm telling you. The Colts are 20-0. And it's a fair catch at the 15 for the Jets, and that's where they'll take it. Colts up 20 zip over Miami. Not only that, they're going to score again. Danny Dimes and the Colts are in the red zone. We're in a complete blowout over there in Indy. Daniel Jones might shock some people this year. I don't know. I know it's against the Dolphins, but dang. All right, so we need this defense to step up this second half, man. I'm not expecting the offense to play as good as they did in that first half. So defensively, they got to turn it up. If not, might be a rough game. Might be a rough second half. Steelers that forced no turnovers. Did they stop them once in that first half? I can't remember. I don't think they did. I guess if you want to count that very last drive, but other than that, I just not good so far for the Steelers defense. The best they looked was in that first drive when they were able to hold the Jets to 3. But then again, the Jets still scored. All right, we have 13:07 left in this third quarter, man. Jets have actually their worst field position that they've had all day to start this drive. I wonder if the Jets will ever leave MetLife because it's not their stadium. It's the Giants' stadium. So they're renting from the Giants. Fields bootleg play, throws it, tip deflected. Oh, almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Benson. Damn. Oh, that was the play that the Steelers defense is needed right there. They needed that play. I just popped out when he hit the ground. All right, Cam Hayward making a play, though. Come on, defense. We need this, man. We need this. And I'll play Breece Hall. Taking it to the outside, looking for the edge, and he gets about a yard. There was nothing there for him. Yeah, up to this point, Fields has been really good, man. You gotta give him credit. Against the Steelers defense that's been hyped up all offseason. 3rd and 9. Wilson in motion. Fields drops back, gives it to Wilson. Can the Steelers make a tackle? They do. Multiple Steelers on the tackle right there. Ramsey barking. Gosh, man. Let me say something, man. The Steelers have some characters on their team this year. They do. They threw him down too. All right, I believe this is the Jets' first punt of the game. And it's not that good, and it doesn't take a Jets bounce. Wow. Steelers going to have it at around the 38, 39, but now they're scuffling, and that's probably going to push them back. Come on, man. You can't be doing that. That would have been good field position, but now you probably just brought it back because of that. Let's see who they call it. It might be on Pittsburgh. You just can't do that, man. What? Come on, Connor. What are you even pushing for, man? You can't be doing that. Damn. What are the odds of all the games on the multi-view having commercials? Games we got this week. Monday night is the Vikings and the Bears. I favor Minnesota. It's a divisional matchup. NFC North. I think I favor Minnesota. I not very confident in that because I don't know what Minnesota is going to bring. Okay, the season very much depends on McCarthy. The rest of the team looks very solid. What do I do with my phone? Oh, shoot. The rest of the team looks very solid. It just depends on McCarthy. If he's good, that team is going to be really good. As for Chicago, hey, Caleb Williams, if he could step up, maybe they could do something. I don't know. I think they're around the same win range, though. They could be slightly better. I think their ceiling is 10-7. I don't see them getting past 10-7. And I'm saying their ceiling, the best that they could possibly do is 10-7, especially in that division. But you're playing, first off, your division, and then the AFC North. We got to play teams like Baltimore and Cincinnati. I get the Browns, but who knows how good this tour is going to be? I have no idea. But you got two tough teams to play in the AFC North for sure. I just don't see it with the Bears, dude. I just don't see it. Tom having a little conversation with the refs. So 11 and a half minutes left in this third quarter. Steelers, instead of getting it from just inside the 40, they're getting it right outside the 20. The ref's still talking it over with the coaches. Everybody seems confused right now. And man, they gotta get something going here, man. They gotta get it together. I don't know if it's the refs or the coaches or what. But something ain't clicking. Okay, I think they got things situated now. Rodgers in shotgun, drops back. Pressure comes, throws it middle of the field. Almost intercepted. Was looking for Calvin Austin, putting his hands up. I don't know if that was the wrong route or what, but should have been intercepted. It is important to note that the Steelers don't have Deshaun Elliott out there. He had a knee injury very early in this game. 2nd and 10. Rodgers hands it off to Gainwell, stiff arm. He gains about 6, maybe 7 on the play. I'm going to say 5. So you're going to be 35 for the Steelers. Joe Flacco leading the Browns right now. Rodgers throws it middle of the field, overthrows his man. Damn. That drive just looks like miscommunication. He was looking for Smith right there. It looked like miscommunication. 2 plays on that drive. Now they're calling too many men on the field for the Jets. Oh, the Steelers catch a break. Too many men on the field for the Jets. That's going to get a first down. All right, capitalize on this mistake from the Jets. You got to capitalize here. Play action, pressured, and he's sacked right away. No time at all for Rodgers to throw. Sacked by McDonald, the 4th. Damn, dude. All Rodgers could have done is just go down. A-Rod throws it to Freiermuth, who gets past the 30. That's still going to bring up 3rd and long. Still going to be 3rd and 12. Now under 10 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. After a high-scoring first half, no team has gotten points on the board yet in this 2nd. So there's 50% on 3rd down conversions. Rodgers dump pass to Gainwell and is well short of the 1st. Dang, man. This game's not... See, it's kind of hit a wall. But I think it's because both defenses are finally adjusted. I didn't like the way the Steelers offense looked in that drive. It seemed like there was some miscommunication on a couple plays there. Rodgers overthrowing. Not a very productive drive for the Steelers. Runs away, gets past the 20. Now gets past the 30, hit out of bounds. All right. I thought they were going to try to call a flag there or something. But Jets are going to have decent-ish field position for the next drive. This game. Give me a second over here, guys. Let's see. I'm going to sit down now. I was standing that whole time, man. I don't know. Now that this game's kind of hit a bit of a wall, I'll take a seat, man. All right. Let's adjust here. I think that's good enough. All right. Let's see what's going on with the rest of these couple games. Colts up 23-zip. Washington still holding on to that. Oh, that's one from the punter. He made contact with the punter. I think the Commanders are going to keep control of that football. Let's say they didn't call it. Did they not call it? There was contact made with the punter. I didn't see a flag, though. Yeah. I guess that's passable. Raiders up 14-10 against New England. Man, I tell you, Fox has the worst score bug, man. The new CBS one's whatever, but at least it has color. Or at least it has a background. All right, Jets offense back on the field. Still holding on to that 2-point lead. From the 32. It's a handoff play, and he gets tackled by Highsmith pretty much as soon as he got the ball. But he was able to break away for about maybe a yard. All right. Now it looks like the Steelers defense showed up. Maybe had a little bit of jet lag, but they're here. Second and 10. Play clock running down at 1. Able to get it off in time. Handoff play Breece Hall. Is able to get it to a point where it should be around 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. All right. Let's see what the Jets decided to do here. Third and 5, Fields alone. Drops back, has time, throws the middle of the field, complete to his tight end for a first down. Easy money. I don't know why. It seems like the game really slowed down since the first half. It's just, I can't really explain it. You tell me Steelers only have one play that's 10 plus yards? No, that can't be right. Yeah, that play with Metcalf, and then they had that play with Austin. Another handoff play. Breece Hall breaks to the inside, gets the first down, and change. Damn, they're moving the sticks. Hey, Breece Hall crawling for his celebration. All right, man, let's get something going, man. Let's go. Come on. We need a turnover, something. This defense has shown not much light this entire game. I'm telling you, if they lose to the Jets, I don't know. Whistles blow before the snap. False start on the Jets. Bring it back. Call was on Tyler Johnson. All right. Yeah, there was movement. Definitely was movement. Now it's going to be 1st and 15. And in motion. Handoff play to Brees Hall. Brees Hall gets a lane and gets a first down. Oh, no, man. No good. Yeah, both the running backs in there, the unpredictability for the Jets. And that's the type of, like I said, this is exactly what I would expect for the Jets. Run heavy. Another handoff play. This time, they finally meet their match. All right, there you go. Get something. Get some sort of stop. It just feels like the Jets should have more points. Jets have 145 rushing yards as a team. Play clock running out. They get off in time. Fields pressured. Able to get it out complete. Garrett Wilson gets it to the 1. Gosh, man. They can't get to Fields. All right, Queen, come on, man. You were right there. You could have tried to make a play on it. He just kind of stopped. Middle field. Quarterback sneak. He gets it very easily. Touchdown, Jets. I wonder if Justin Fields took the Steelers doing him like that dirty. I wonder if he took that personal. Looking like it so far in this game. He's having a damn good game. Now, I will say it's nothing too crazy. It's not like he was out here just straight throwing it on his defense, but he's using his legs. He's throwing it when he needs to. He's avoiding the pressures. There's not much more you can ask from Justin Fields in this game. He is doing really good. He's looking really solid. Extra point up and good from Nick Folk, and we have a 2-possession game for the first time in this game. 26-17. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second, man. This is not looking good. All right. Because, oh, they could have got back Fields. They could have. But they said they wanted him to sign a contract which was a team-friendly contract. All right. I'm not sure how much it was. Apparently, it was what the Jets were giving him. But not just the contract situation. All right. Last year, he was your starter for 6 weeks. You bench him. Wilson, at the end of the season, at some point he was not supposed to be the starter, okay? He wasn't looking like the starter. They didn't try to turn the Fields at any point during that losing streak, during that long losing streak. We got the kickoff. Johnson taking up the field, good return, and he gets it to about the 33-yard line, 32-ish. But, yeah, this is going to be a really bad look if they lose this game. Fields is already having a good game, okay? And unless, he throws like 5 interceptions within the span of a quarter, it's still going to be a really good game. They never gave this guy a chance. And now he's doing his thing against your team. Not good. Not a good look so far. Really not a good look. I'm saying that as a Steeler fan. Pitch play to Gainwell, just nothing there. I'm sorry, that was to Johnson. Although there was a tackle at the end of the play out of bounds. That might get the Steelers to catch a break there. He was hit when he was well out of bounds. Yep, that's a flag. All right, that's going to benefit Pittsburgh. Anderson, the Jets had the most undisciplined football last year. It hasn't shown that much in this game. It has shown a few times, but not that much. All right. Steelers near midfield. Rodgers throws it. Incomplete. Looking for Metcalf, although Sauce Gardner was covering him very well. So he would have had to make a great catch to get that one. Good coverage by Gardner. Right. I don't know, Rodgers. You can't get really mad at your teammate right there, man. Sometimes the defense player just makes a good play. That was just a good play. Play clock running down. Rodgers gets the snap. Scramble a little bit. Gets it out to Warren. Gets to the outside. Gets the first down. Breaks a tackle. Gets down at the 40. All right. There we go. Now we got something going. Let's go. Come on. That's a good question. I don't know, man. He's not playing bad. Okay. Some plays he just doesn't have any time to throw. There was plays where he overthrew. I don't really know. Handoff play, Jalen Warren inside handoff for a short gain. There's not that much that Rodgers can do with his ability right now. He is limited. He does have talent, but he's limited. All right, he can't do what Justin Fields is doing right now. I will say that. He doesn't have that mobility. 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Looking. Gets a man wide open, DK Metcalf. Stiff arm, outside, inside the 20. All right, there you go, DK. Hey, he was like wide open. Wide open. I don't know how much more open you could get as a receiver. Look, there was nobody. There was nobody on that side of the field. The biggest receiver literally out there, and nobody was on him. First and 10, handoff play to Warren. Breaks to the inside. Gain about 4, if that. All right, Steelers knocking on the door here. Can they get something out of this drive? Well, they need to get something out of this drive. I'd say that. At this point, with the way the defense is looking. 2nd and 7. Give it once again to Warren. Warren breaks tackles, fighting for the first down. Isn't able to get it. So it's going to be 3rd and short. About 3rd and inches, maybe. All right, I'd say they need a touchdown. The defense is not looking good, man. I tell you. 3rd and 1, they're in shotgun formation. You guys know how I feel about this. Handoff play. Warren able to get the first down. And he's down at about the 5 with the forward progress. And that's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter, although there's a little bit of scuffling going on. Once again, Roger Jones and a Jets defender. But we're going to flip sides now. Jets 26, Steelers 17. Steelers are going to be at the 5 to start the 4th quarter. What's the score with the Colts, man? Is it still that much? 30-0 since Indianapolis. All right, Russ, you got to make something happen. Because those fans are going to – Russ is in a tough situation. It sucks. He's in a really tough situation, especially with the preseason that Jackson Dart had. He did show like a lot of promise, and I don't put a lot of stock in the preseason. Some people kind of do. They really like what they saw from Jackson Dart in the preseason. So, like I said, Giants ain't performing. Giants offense is very sluggish, just not doing much. Giant fans are going to be pretty cruel to Russell Wilson. I got the Raiders still up over there, 14-10. They're in field goal range. Colts up 30-zip. Commanders still up 14-3. I want to see the Battle of Ohio. What's going on in the Battle of Ohio? 2 divisional rivals here. Bengals up 17-16. Close game. Close game. Not a lot. I mean, the Browns have nobody believes in the Browns. Okay, nobody believes in the Browns right now. Everybody's saying that they're gonna be last in the division. But they're performing against the Bengals. Got to give them credit there. I do believe it should be tied, but they missed the field goal. They missed the extra point at some point. Oh, yeah, there is a lot of yellow over there. Now I can tell. Gosh, man, I'm telling you, this is... I don't like this, man. I don't like this with this game, how it's going. Steelers are going to need a defensive stop, and that's something that they've been struggling with all game. All right, we got the first play of the first quarter, or 4th quarter. From the 5, Play action bootleg to Warren. End zone touchdown. Let's go. All right. Back within the possession. It's a bootleg play to Jalen Warren. And we have a 3-point game plus the extra point to go. Oh, there was just nobody on him. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're in this thing, man. Boswell extra point time. Snap looks good. And the kick is good. We have a 2-point game in New Jersey. 26-24. 14:57 left in the fourth quarter. Defense, man. Defense. Need you, man. The game that's surprising me is the fact that the Dolphins are just getting shut out. I mean, forget getting blown out. They haven't even scored. That's tough. I don't know what to say about the Dolphins. The Steelers play them on Monday night at some point this season. At home. Maybe the Colts might be a little bit better than we thought they would be. All right, the kickoff is up and is returned inside the 5. It's going to break it. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Recovered by the Steelers. He fumbled it. Yes. He fumbled the ball. Ben Skoranek scoops it up. And the Steelers have possession in prime field position. Let's go. It was knocked out by Gainwell. And Skoranek able to make another play. Let's get it, man. Okay, that wasn't a defensive play, but it was a play. It was a turnover that we needed. Where's my boy Danny Smith at? They got to show Danny Smith. They didn't show Danny Smith. Come on, you got to show Danny Smith. The right outside the red zone. Handoff play, Jalen Warren. It's able to get past the first rush, but not much after. Those of you who don't know, Danny Smith is a special teams coach for the Steelers. And he likes to chew on a lot of gum. Like, I think he's one of those guys that gets the whole pack of gum and just chews at it all at once. He gets the whole pack and just starts chewing on it. 2nd and 7. Handoff play. No, play action. Rodgers throws it. End zone touchdown, Calvin Austin. Yes. Let's go, man. Them towels are waving. In Jersey, we got the lead. Hell yeah. How about that turnaround? Calvin Austin speeding past the defenders. I'd say go for 2 to make it a 6-point, to try to make it a 6-point game. Let's go. Oh no, they're just going to kick the extra point. It's up and it's good. Steelers have a 5-point lead. All right. We have a 30-point game in week 1. When was the last time that's happened? I don't know. But big credit to the special teams, man. They did their thing. Good play by Gainwell and Skoranek, and offense able to capitalize quick too. So capitalization was there. All right. That was straight team football right there. On both sides. All right, New York able to get it to within a possession, getting a field goal, 14-6 over in Washington. Miami able to get on the board, 30-6 over in Indianapolis. And as for the rest, let's see what's going on in the Ohio Bowl. All right, we're still deadlocked at 17-16 in Cleveland, although Flacco trying to get something there, doesn't see anything, throws it. Oh, no, he did get someone. Complete. Now they're on the Cincinnati side of the field. All right, Browns have a shot. Okay, is it the Browns that are performing, or is it the Bengals that are underperforming? The Browns aren't projected to play very good this year at all. All right, Tampa Bay and Atlanta are in a pretty solid game, 17-13 in the fourth quarter. All right. That Atlanta stadium looks pretty cool too. Maybe I'll make my way to that stadium at some point. It looks like a crazy looking stadium. Has that retractable roof, but it's like, I can't really explain it. Oops. Messed up here. I think I accidentally rewinded the game all night. All right. I missed the kickoff because I messed up, but there's no fumble this time. All right. So the Jets offense finally gets back on the field after 2 Steelers scores. Last time the Jets were on offense, they were able to get 7. Field handoff play. Breece Hall gets some space, gets the first down. This defense, man. This defense, dog. Sheesh. Jets offense living up to their potential. Breece Hall, 14 rushes for 100 yards now. Give it back to Hall. And there's just no room at all. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. All right, the Jacksonville game's back on. They're up 17-3 over Carolina. Watt was able to trip up Breece, and Wilson was able to get the tackle. That means the Jets had to be close to 200 yards rushing. Look like running down, they get it off in time. Fields, pressured, throws it middle of the field, complete. And he's going to be just shy of the first. And that was a straight bullet. That was a straight bullet pass from Fields. Another run play, another first down for the Jets. Not going well. Joy Porter Jr.'s shaking up on the sideline too. Field play action. Has some space, has some room to throw it, gets it complete once again to his tight end. Now they're almost in the red zone. Got out to Taylor. Dude, this is not good. This guy is carving up the defense. Rushing, passing. The Jets are just on all phases getting it done on the offensive side. I know they only have 27 points, or 26 points, but man, option. Fields gets to the outside. Gets about a medium gain as he runs out of bounds. I'm starting to get a little hungry over here, man. All right. Jets now in the red zone. 2nd and 5. Watt tried to get a trip, but no. Brees Hall able to get 4 on the play. The rush attack was there. They tried to get something. Just could not. I can't believe how bad this defense looks. I can't believe it. This is crazy. All right, 3rd and 1. This is a pivotal down here. Jets in shotgun. Option play. Fields going to take it himself. Hurdle over him, man. Gets the first down and tackled outside, out of bounds at the 10. There's a flag. Holding. Is it holding? Or is it after the play? Don't tell me it's after the play. Clipping. All right. We're taking it back. Oh, no, we're not taking it back. What the heck is going on here? Oh, it was on Jalen Ramsey. Hey, man, this defense needs to turn it up a notch. I'm telling you. So it was Jalen Ramsey called for the flag. I think the ref accidentally did the wrong thing. All right, just call timeout. Wow. And this isn't like a Jets team that's projected to be a good, like a great offense this season. And the defense is looking like this. Oh yeah, that was a weird tackle. Am I tripping or is the camera like turning dark at some points? Jalen Ramsey's still talking to the refs, by the way, which I don't like. Come on, man. You're a vet, man. Come on. Fields hands it off. Hall gets maybe a yard, like about half a yard, if that. I think the argument was because he was trying to like use his hand, and like his arm kind of wrapped around the leg a little bit. That's my guess. Good to know that the Jets' rush offense last year was 31st. And the Steelers have given up like well over 100 rushing yards in this game. That's good to know. That is good to know. Fields fakes the handoff, gets sacked by Alex Highsmith. They get to Justin Fields. There we go. Finally. Finally. All right. They can still get a stop here. And depending on what happens this play, Fields drops back, pressure, able to get out of it, going to try to run for the end zone, and he's just short. He's just short. Short by a yard. That was a good tackle, man. Fields only had one man to beat. Now you need a goal line stop here. Cam Hayward is hurt. Looking at it as like his eye or something. Get poked in the eye or something? Probably got his eye poked. That's my guess. All right. They're going to go for it. This is a big play, man. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 1, although it is a long 1 yard. All right. Got Breece Hall in the backfield. Timeout is called for by the Steelers. Want to make sure they get things right. This is so far by far the biggest play of the game that is about to happen. So now you want to make sure you got things right. I got USC versus Purdue at 12:30 in the afternoon next Saturday. Okay. USC so far has had a good season, but it's not like they play top competition either. So Purdue's probably going to be their best competition so far out of the 3 games. Not at all. Not at all. 4th and goal. Again, this is a long 1 yard to gain. All in the backfield. Man in motion. Bootleg, Fields wide open. Gallops into the end zone for a touchdown. Easy money for Justin Fields, and he is flying. Landon Roberts now injured. Now there's smoke. Like, did nobody expect Justin Fields to run that play? Did nobody expect Justin Fields to run this play? I mean, that's textbook when you have a mobile quarterback. That's just textbook. So the Jets take the lead. Justin Fields looking really good in this game. Now we have a pivotal 2-point conversion to see if they could get it up to 3 points. Is a big play here. Once again, defensively, the Steelers have not gotten much of stops at all. Fields in shotgun. Breece Hall in motion. He's now going to be as a receiver, but they call timeout before they get the delay of game. This play holds a lot of weight. Both offenses have actually looked really good. I'm very impressed with the Jets offense. That they've been able to rush for a lot of yards. Fields, when he needed to get the ball out, got it out. Really able to avoid a lot of sacks. Steelers offense looking pretty good as well. Aaron Rodgers making some throws, making some plays, and his weapons. Austin, Metcalf, they've been making some plays as well. Warren actually had a really solid drive their last go about. I was really expecting a defensive game, maybe even a lot of field goals, but both offenses are here. Fields in shotgun, Breece Hall to his left. Man in motion. Throws it. Corner of the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson, but he was very much covered. And it stays a 1-point game. 7:01 left in the 4th quarter. But the Jets were able to get the lead. And they had like smoke by the end zone. It was actually able to take over like the whole environment of the end zone. It really brought out to the field. I don't know if there's wind or what. But when the Jets were celebrating that touchdown, there was a lot of smoke in the area. All right, so the Steelers offense, you want a long drive. This defense has stopped nothing. They have stopped nothing. They couldn't stop a runny nose, man. But you know what they say? A good defense is more offense. Yeah, that's where we're at this game. Dolphins taking their first L of the season for sure. It's 33-8 in Indianapolis. Just, wow. You got the Falcons still in the game with possession of the football. 17-13 in Atlanta. Washington still holding on to a 8-point lead. Although they're starting to drive down the field. See if they could hold on to that lead. Very defensive game. Actually, a better game than I would expect it to be. And now they're showing Jordan Love and Jared Goff warming up for the late game. I want to see Daniel Jones' stats, man. Let's see Daniel Jones' stats for this game. Let's see how he did. Clearly, they were able to move the ball really good. I guess it's not going to let me see it. Whatever. All right, kickoff is up and away. He gets it from about the 5. Johnson has a lane, breaks a tackle, and he is wrestled down at about the 35. And that's where the Steelers will get possession. Yeah, I fear the Colts don't even put out anybody, man. Just your offensive. Just put in all your bench warmers. Damn, J.J. Watt's like a heck of a lot taller than Ian Eagle. So there's 54 rushing yards. Rodgers gets it, screen pass, just completely blown up play. Completely blown up. He was able to hit Gainwell. Gainwell, you're probably just better off just dropping the ball. Second and 15 after a completed pass, by the way. Rodgers. Pressured, throws it. Oh, in and out of the hands of a Jets defender. That could have easily have been a pick. He just kind of slipped. And if he didn't slip, that's probably easily intercepted. Steelers 4 for 8 and third down conversions. This one is going to be a tough one. Rodgers drops back, gets sacked, pocket collapsed. And the Jets saying they got the ball. Oh, no. Looked like there was a little bit of a scuffle for the ball, but Rodgers able to hang on to it. Damn. And with the way the defense is looking, wow, this is going to be tough, man. The punt is not that great. It did take a bit of a Steeler bounce, but he was able to run out of bounds at around the 35-ish. Call for a flag. Steelers are pointing to the Jets' side. All right, illegal block in the back on the Jets. So that's going to pin them back further. Okay. Hey, all we're asking for is one stop from this defense. A singular stop. Aaron Rodgers throwing for 4 touchdowns in this game. He's not doing bad. He's actually having a good game. He hasn't made any mistakes, hasn't thrown an interception. Aaron Rodgers is actually doing his thing. I mean, that last drive simply wasn't good, but majority of the game, this Steelers offense has been doing enough to win a game. They've played well enough to win a game. Just under 5.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Steelers have 2 timeouts. Jets have the ball. They have it at the 21 of the Steelers side of the field. Fields is going to throw here. Easy completion to his tight end for a 5-yard gain. I don't think they're going to just be super conservative just yet with the amount of time left. But, man, they just get one stop, man. One stop. Handoff play to Hall. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3, roughly. All right, defense. They got to step up here, man. The Jets are 18 yards away from having a 200-yard rushing game. 184 rushing yards to Steelers 54. Fields fakes the handoff. He's going to take it himself, and he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and the Steelers get a stop. There we go. Finally, a 3-and-out for the Jets. Fields was able to get past that first wave with Highsmith. Then he saw a steel curtain. But the defense has been playing like a steel curtain, okay? Let me make that clear. It was just that one play he ran into a steel curtain. So it came close to blocking that punt. This is a great punt. Calvin Austin, fair catches it. There was a little bit of contact after the punt. They're not going to call it. I don't hate that. But Steelers going to have it inside the 20. Great punt, actually. Aaron Rodgers over 200 yards on the air. 4 touchdown passes. Very efficient. Hasn't made any mistakes so far. He's played a very clean game. Steelers offense has played a really good game. Well-rounded. Except for the rushing game. That's been lacking. Everything else they've been doing well. They're going to need to drive a good length of the football field to get this lead back. So let's get it out to Pat Fryer. Move for a gain of about 9. Okay, they're in a good enough position to where they have enough field to work with to get it to a point that they could use the whole time. Rodgers throws it incomplete. Contact was made on Calvin Austin, so that's going to be PI on the Jets. And that's going to be a Steelers first down with a pass interference. There was slight contact on Austin, and that was able to get the flag. Rodgers was trying to get him on a floater pass. Yep, that's enough contact for that call, man. Just enough. All right, but like I said, they still have enough room to work with. And the Jets only having one timeout. Because once you get into field goal range, obviously the Jets are going to be trying to use their timeouts, but they only have one. They got to get to field goal range first. Rodgers, near midfield, throws it. Juggled, complete. Metcalf, that's a catch. That's a catch that never hit the ground. What are they going to call it? That never hit the ground. It was juggled by Metcalf, then by Smith, and into the hands of Metcalf. That is a catch and a Steelers first down. Rodgers throws it. Screen pass. Austin for a short gain. What a weird completed pass. And that's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. Steelers are right outside field goal range with the 2-minute warning approaching. It's going to be 2nd and 9 when they come back from commercial break. What a just weird play. 2 plays ago. That was strange, man. You don't see many plays like that. All right. So if they play this right, they could just burn the time. Well, they had to get a first down and then burn the clock to set up for a Boswell field goal. They have to play the cards right. I feel optimistic about this offense, man. Not the team. The team's, gosh, man, I don't know. Yeah, you don't take many risks. Just try to get the first. That's the focus. Try to get the first, and try to get as good of a field goal position as you can. At that point, the Jets are probably gonna have to use their final timeout, and then wherever Boswell wants it and is more comfortable with kicking it, that's where you try to place it. Assuming you're in comfortable field goal range, though. They're not really. They're somewhat in field goal range right now. My goodness, if they don't get this first down and they get this field goal, I am not comfortable with this defense. This defense is not very trustworthy right now. You see the terrible toss over there. And the Jets flags. I do like what the Jets are doing. The flags are cool. I give them props for that. All right. They're right outside of Boswell range, literally a yard away. 2nd and 9. Rodgers in shotgun formation. Rodgers drops back. Quick passes it to Smith. Smith gets stuff behind the line. Not a good play. Yeesh. Okay, both sides are just going to let the game clock run down. Yeah, they're showing the replay of that wacky DK Metcalf catch. That is just weird. Sauce Gardner was actually all over him, man. Not saying that was PI, but it was good coverage. All right, 3rd and 11. They could really use this first down with the way the defense has been playing. Play clock running down. You got to get the snap off, and you burn a timeout, which isn't that pivotal, I don't think, with the field position. So what are they trying to do? Did they try to just get a handoff play and try to get into field goal range, true field goal range, or do they try to get the first down? Damn, man. I don't like this situation. That 2nd and 9 play call was just not good. Simply just not good. Justin Fields had a good game. He's just now he has to rely on his defense to make a stand here. 3rd and 11. Rodgers gets a snap. Just brings some pressure. Rodgers throws it. Air ball. Incomplete for Calvin Austin. He wasn't able to hang on to it. He was looking for a flag. They're not giving it to him. Okay, there was contact, but I don't think that was worth throwing a flag. Wow. Chris Boswell is going to attempt a 60-yard field goal, man. 60 yards. Snap is good. Kick is. He got it. He got it from 60 yards. All right. 60-yard field goal, Chris Boswell. His career high. Hey, man, he could have got that from a few yards back, too. That was a great kick. He could have made that in if it was from freaking, I don't know, maybe 63. Maybe. That was a booming kick. All right, now 103 left. Now they're showing Danny Smith. 103 left. Jets have a timeout. They were able to save their timeout. Seven lead changes in this game. I mean, this game has lived up to the hype that it's had. Boswell with the kick, and it's returned somewhat in the end zone. And he's getting a good return off of it. Stiff arm outside, out of bounds at the 30. 56 seconds left in this game. Boswell, 60-yarder, man. Yeah, you got to show up for him at least, man. Come on, defense. Come on. 34 points should be enough to get you guys the win. Come on, defense. Fields drops back. Pocket collapsing, gets it complete. Receiver tries to make some moves, but he couldn't. That's play inbound, so the clock's going to continue to run. And they got to get to the ball, although they're not rushing it, really. They're kind of taking their time. Under 40 seconds left. Fields avoids pressure, throws it down the field, and it is almost intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. It's incomplete, though. All right, there you go. There you go, Jalen. That was a good play. All right. It's going to be 33, 30 seconds left. Jets aren't too far, about 20 yards from a legit field goal range. They got enough time, and they have the timeout to do it. Steelers trying to make that stop, man. They've struggled all game. Fields, Steelers bring some pressure, tries to avoid it, gets hit, incomplete. Hit as they threw it. Yep, they're going to call it a forward pass, incomplete. Now it's going to be 4th down, game on the line, 25 seconds left. Chewing gum like Danny Smith. Man, that's going to be tough. I don't know, something tells me he chews like bubble gum, man. Like some. I don't know. He seems like a cinnamon type guy when it comes to bubble gum. I don't know why. All right, 4th and 3. Fields has time. He's going to take it himself. No, he's going to throw it to Garrett Wilson, who drops it. Incomplete. Jalen Ramsey on the hit. And the Steelers are going to come out with the win. Jalen Ramsey, the veteran, makes a play. He straight hit sticked on. Yes, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now, see, I don't know how good of a game Ramsey had, but when it mattered most important play of the game, he showed up. That is what I'll give him. All right, man. Let's take the knee and let's get out of there. Rodgers takes the knee, and that's going to do it. Steelers get the win in New Jersey and are 1-0 on the season. Aaron Rodgers, really good game. 4 touchdown passes. Played a very clean game. Okay, he wasn't like spectacular, but he made plays when he needed to and didn't make any mistakes. And that's something that they needed from him. Steelers offense made plays. The playmakers made plays. DK Metcalf did his thing. I'm not sure exactly how many yards he got, but he made a few plays here and there. Same thing with Calvin Austin. Ben Skoranek with the first touchdown of the game. Rushing was a little bit lacking, but the passing offense was there. Okay, so if they could get their rushing attack better offensively, they could do even more on the offensive side. Defensively struggled the entire game, okay, except for when it hit around the 4th-ish quarter, late 4th quarter, that's when they started turning it around. That's what made the difference here, okay? Steelers defense was able to turn it up even if it was just a little bit. That was a really good game, man. It was a really good game. It was my faith in the defense was so little for that final drive because of how they were playing the whole game. But one fact is they had to rely on their passing game rather than their rushing attack because they were killing the Steelers on the rushing attack, not the passing game. Let's see. They're going to interview Rodgers here. All right, let's see. I want to hear this.
They got after us, at times, but we had some opportunistic plays, big fumble on the kickoff, and I thought there's a lot of teachable tape out there for us, but when we had to make a drive, we put a drive together. It's been a minute since you could smile after a week.
Interviewing Rodgers.
This moment with this team right now. I love these guys. I love the organization. Loved them taking a chance on bringing me in, and believing
That they did.
the opportunity to be out here with my guys. There's no greater feeling than being on the field and being able to compete. And that's what I was thinking about all those days in the offseason, was opportunities like this. I didn't think it'd be against my former team, but really proud of our guys making clutch plays down the stretch.
Last one for you. You look pretty comfortable in this Arthur Smith offense.
He did his thing, man. He did.
You know, about myself or Arthur or whatever out there, how we're going to coexist. We got a great relationship, and he called a really good game. I got to play a little better in spots, but happy to be 1-0.
It's fun to watch, man. Good luck the rest of the watch.
All right. Well, Steelers escape with that win, 34-32, in a really good game. I'm not sure what other game would top that. I know the game on Friday was really good. Let's see if one of these afternoon games or Sunday Night Football makes up for it. But so far, I believe that this was the best game of Week 1, arguably. That's about it for this live, man. I'll make a full-on reaction to this game. I'll make it today and then probably drop it either tonight or tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. But good win, 1-0. Let's take that into next week, man. So you guys know, I'll catch you guys later, man. Here we go, Steelers. 1-0, undefeated to start the season.